My name is Dan Peterson. I work in the controls engineering group, and we do the programming for the equipment. We also dabble in some sales support and applications. Basically, we make sure the equipment does what it's supposed to do. We work with the PLCs, the personal logic controllers, that tell the unit when to turn on, what to do, make some decisions, why to do it, stuff like that. So I started a little over 9 years ago. So I started at first on the desiccant team, and I worked there for a few years, and then I moved to the CDI custom team, where I was more on the design of the physical equipment. And through that time, I learned that I really enjoyed certain aspects of programming, even if it wasn't like computer programming, but it was just basic, like creating engineering tools type programming. And I realized that I really like the logic flow process of, if this, then this, if this, then this, make decisions based on this. So that led me to have conversations with Pierre and Ruben. We knew we needed capacity on this team. And so that conversation probably started a couple of years ago. Then I officially made the switch like a little over a year ago, something like that. My day, like we kind of talked about earlier, can vastly vary depending on what's going on. I might come in and see a bunch of emails from customer service saying, hey, I'm on site working on this unit, we're having this problem. And that could be a simple code problem. It could be, hey, the unit isn't doing what we expect it to do and we're not sure why. So it could be something like that. It could be like today or in the next couple of days, it could be we have a new piece of equipment hitting our test factory and we need to do our factory acceptance testing for the program, run through everything, see if the unit is going to, at least on our initial testing, if it's going to do what it's supposed to do. So I'll be out in test bay pretty much the next 2.5 days. It could be I come in and there's not a lot of, what's the word, pressing like matters on my plate. So I might develop some documentation, might write procedures for helping others in the company, like set up, helping the guys in test put programs on and load things and make screens that make things easier for them. So it really varies on what's going on. The culture, let's see, where do I start? It's one of the things that I really like, honestly, about this place. One of the things that's kept me here for 9 years. I mean, this was my first job out of college, so there's a lot of flexibility with regards to things that come up. Like I need to leave unexpectedly because, family emergency, or I want to take off because I've got helping my parents do this or that, or whatever. I know a lot of people have come in way early and leave a little early because they're picking up kids from this and that, and that aspect is the importance on like family outside and those sorts of things is cool about CDI. That allows that flexibility like within work. Within work though, I think vast majority of people here like care about the product, and care about integrity and doing well. It's fun to work in an environment where people care about doing their job well and providing the customer with a good product. Well, the programming is all in like block logic. So it's a lot of you'll take inputs, make decisions, and then it'll lead to outputs. And so the complexity can vary on the type of machine. If we just have a unit where we have a fan and a filter or something, it can be very simple. Turn it on, let it run, whatever. But some of these projects that we're doing for these battery facilities, for instance, can be a lot more complex. They need to make decisions based on all kinds of different temperature and humidity readings, and they might have different modes of operation where during the day they might do this, during the night they might do this. They might need to have like safeties built in. So if a unit loses power, then what? Can the rest of the equipment sense that and maybe increase their capacity or things like that? So there's a huge variety of there's a huge variety of customers. You know, a customer that has an NHL hockey arena might need all kinds of different modes for, okay, if there's people, if there's no people, if there's a big event going on, if there's not. So there's so many different types of customers, have so many different types of needs, which is where the fun honestly happens within like writing programs and stuff. Because, you know, some other, you know, companies, HVAC could, you know, it's cookie cutter product. Like that's definitely not what we have. And we're very much focused on what not just selling them something out of a catalog, but what exactly does the customer's company or company need to, you know, achieve their end result. And that can vastly vary from hockey arenas, food, battery. It can be so different, which is fun. For the automotive, we've worked with Ford, LG, Toyota, Honda. So that's been all in the battery space, and that's been cool. I mean, just to see how companies like that run, especially with companies like Toyota, you know, seeing how they run, you know, how they streamline things, how they think differently about problems, has been cool just to try to absorb some of that in conversations and big meetings with them. Other internal companies like that we work with more on like our manufacturing end would be a company like Rovisys, who does a lot of programming. We've been able to learn a lot from them, how they write programs, and work with them on developing standards and modularity and stuff like that. I've worked with Schneider, a VFD manufacturer, quite heavily on troubleshooting different issues. So you do get a lot of exposure to a lot of different types of product, even within just the position that I'm in. Programming to components to manufacturing, all kinds of different stuff. I like this place because I like the work. It's challenging, it's interesting, it's different, you're doing something worthwhile. You're building a product that legitimately helps other people. You're building a product that does something good in society. And then the people I work with, I genuinely enjoy working with them. They're fun to collab with. They're intelligent, hardworking. Yeah.